Ever feel like you're not yourself when stressed? It's not just in your head, it's actually how your brain is being rewired. Under pressure, your prefrontal cortex, the CEO of your decisions, goes offline, letting the emotional amygdala take the wheel. This shift makes us impulsive, causing us to prioritize immediate relief over our long-term objectives and better judgment. We develop a literal tunnel vision, missing critical details and ignoring the potential risks of our choices. But simply recognizing this physiological shift can help you pause, breathe, and reclaim your executive function. Ever wondered why clothes look better in store than at home? It's not just you, it's the lighting. Retailers use warm color temperatures to make you feel comfortable and stay longer. It's a physiological trap. By darkening aisles and highlighting products, they force your eyes to focus exactly where they want you to look. And fitting rooms, backlit mirrors, hide shadows, and smooth out your features, making you love what you see. These psychological tricks are designed to turn a quick look into an emotional and expensive purchase. Next time you shop, look up. Don't let the lights decide for you. Ever felt like a friendship is more of a burden than a bond? Manipulation often hides behind the mask of closeness. It starts small, guilt trips, constant criticism, or gaslighting that makes you question your own reality. These dynamics are designed to keep you off balance, making it easier for them to maintain control. Recognizing the pattern is the first step. Healthy relationships are built on mutual respect, not emotional leverage. Setting boundaries isn't mean, it's necessary. Protect your peace and choose friends who lift you up. Ever wondered why we follow the crowd, even when logic tells us not to? It's called herd mentality. Our brains are hardwired for social proof. In the ancient wild, following the group meant survival. Today, it often leads to blind conformity. The famous Ash experiment proved that 75% of people will give a clearly wrong answer just to fit in with the group. From viral trends to market bubbles, the fear of being the odd one out often overrides our own critical thinking. True logic requires the courage to stand alone. Don't just follow the crowd, question the direction. Ever wondered why some people own the stage while others freeze? It's not talent, it's a brain hack. Your amygdala sees a crowd and screams, "Lion," triggering a fight or flight response that kills your focus. The hack, reframing. Elite speakers label that racing heart as excitement, not anxiety. This simple mental shift floods your brain with dopamine instead of cortisol, turning fear into fuel. The result? You transform paralyzing stage fright into an unstoppable high-energy presence. Stop fighting your brain. Start hacking it. Follow for more mental mastery tips. Ever wonder why you procrastinate even when you actually want to do the work? It's not because you're lazy. It's actually your survival instinct. Your brain doesn't see a work report, it sees an emotional threat. When a task feels too big, your amygdala triggers a fight or flight response. Basically, your brain thinks that to-do list is a literal predator. Procrastination is just your biological way of keeping you safe from stress. The secret? Stop shaming yourself. When you lower the threat level by being kind to your brain, the resistance disappears instantly. Next time you're stuck, remember, you're not lazy, you're just human. Work with your brain, not against it. Follow for more mental hacks. Ever wonder why office politics feels like a game of 4D chess? It's not just drama, it's evolution. We're hardwired to seek status. In the modern office, that biological drive turns into subtle power plays and gatekeeping. Status anxiety is real. When we feel threatened, our brains trigger a survival response, making us overly competitive. This creates echo chambers where people agree just to stay safe, even when it's a bad idea. The secret? Master emotional intelligence. Don't just play the game, understand the players. Focus on value, not gossip. That's how you win. Like and follow for more workplace insights. Did you know that hearing a lie enough times can actually make it feel like the truth? It's a glitch in human psychology. It's called the illusory truth effect. Our brains are wired to confuse familiarity with accuracy, leaving us vulnerable to influence. In the world of persuasion, repetition is your secret weapon. It bypasses critical thinking and embeds your message deep into the subconscious. The most successful brands don't just tell you once, they repeat until their message becomes your own intuition. Master the art of the rule of three. Repeat your core message and watch your influence transform. Start today. The modern office isn't just a workplace. It's a psychological battlefield where behind every smile, a hidden game of power is being played. It's the zero-sum game. For you to win, someone else has to lose. This triggers our primal survival instincts, often at any cost.
Dark psychology reveals subtle tactics like gatekeeping, where information is weaponized
to stall a rival's progress while maintaining plausible deniability. Then there's the crab mentality. When someone climbs too high, toxic envy drives others to pull them back down to the group's level. Awareness is your armor. Recognizing these Machiavellian traits allows you to navigate the corporate maze without becoming a pawn. Don't just work hard, work smart. The game is always on. Follow for more insights into the dark side of psychology. Would you rather take a guaranteed electric shock or sit in the agony of not knowing if it's coming? Studies show we choose the pain every time. Uncertainty triggers our fight-or-flight response harder than actual discomfort. To our brains, unknown means predator. Thousands of years ago, a rustle in the grass was better assumed to be a lion than nothing. We are biologically wired for this anxiety. This is why waiting for a "we need to talk" text feels worse than the actual talk. Your brain is just trying to help you survive. The secret? Acceptance. Once you embrace that the future is never certain, the brain stops screaming. Stay curious. Ever wonder why people buy things they don't actually need? It's not logic. It's something much deeper. Most sales fail because they try to convince the brain. But the brain doesn't buy, the heart does. Logic explains, but emotion sells. Here is the hack. Find their deepest pain point and offer the immediate dopamine hit of a solution. That is the emotional trigger. When you tap into feelings, resistance simply disappears. Your product isn't just a choice anymore. It becomes the hero of their story. Master the trigger. Master the market. Follow for more sales psychology. Ever wonder why you start believing something just because you hear it everywhere, even if it's a flat-out lie? It's called the illusory truth effect. Our brains are hardwired to mistake familiarity for accuracy. When we hear a statement repeated, it becomes easier for our brain to process, which we subconsciously interpret as being true. From marketing slogans to misinformation, repetition is a powerful tool used to bypass your critical thinking. To stay sharp, always check the source. Don't let familiarity cloud your judgment. Stay curious. Stay skeptical. Why do some teams stay together forever, while others fall apart in weeks? It's not what you think. It's not about the salary or the office snacks. It's the belonging gap that kills retention. Psychology shows that team loyalty is driven by oxytocin and the in-group effect. We are wired to stay where we feel safe. The secret? Build a culture of radical trust. When people feel seen, they don't just work, they belong. Master this psychology, and you won't just build a team, you'll build a legacy that lasts. Ever feel like your brain is being rewired? You're not imagining it. Social media is literally reprogramming your attention. Platforms use variable reward schedules, the same tech used in slot machines, to keep you trapped in an endless scroll. Every swipe triggers a hit of dopamine, training your brain to crave constant, rapid-fire stimulation over deep thought. This intermittent reinforcement makes deep focus feel like a chore, effectively shrinking your attention span. We are losing the ability to engage with the world without a digital filter. Our focus has become the product. But understanding the loop is the first step. Put the phone down and take your focus back today. Ever lie awake at 3 a.m. thinking about that one cringy thing you did years ago? Why does your brain do this to you? It's not just you being mean to yourself. It's actually a survival mechanism. Back in the day, social rejection meant total isolation, and that was a death sentence. So your brain hardwired these social failures into your long-term memory to make sure you never repeat that mistake. It's literally trying to save your life. Next time you cringe, remember, your brain is just being an overprotective bodyguard. Take a breath and let it go. You're safe now. Follow for more brain hacks that explain why you are the way you are. Sleep well tonight. Ever wonder why the very first number mentioned in a negotiation is so powerful? It's not a coincidence. It's a trap. If you let the other person name the price first, you've already lost. They've just set the anchor. Our brains naturally latch onto that first piece of information, using it as a reference point for everything that follows. To win, you must set the anchor. Start higher than your target, and watch how it pulls the final deal in your direction. Even if your number is aggressive, it shifts the entire conversation. You're no longer negotiating, you're leading. Next time, don't wait. Drop the anchor first and take control of the deal. Follow for more power moves. Ever feel like your motivation is being hacked? Most companies don't want you inspired, they want you addicted. They use gamification, leaderboards, and false scarcity to keep you grinding for rewards that don't actually matter. By focusing on external perks, they slowly erode your internal drive, making you dependent on the next corporate carrot. The result isn't better work, it's burnout. Reclaiming your personal why is the only way to break the cycle. Stop playing their game. Follow for more truths about the modern workplace. Ever wonder why people sit where they do in meetings? It's not random, it's psychological warfare. Every chair is a tactical choice. The jargon, the endless syncs, the soul-crushing silence. Most people are just surviving the hour, but you're playing to win. The person who speaks first sets the frame, but the person who speaks last, they own the final decision. Strategy is everything. Master the silence. The person most comfortable with the quiet holds the most gravity in the room. Don't rush to fill the void. Corporate life is just a high-stakes game. Now you know the rules. Follow for more secrets to dominating the office. Ever wonder why you trust some people instantly, even if you don't know them? It might just be their face. This is the halo effect, a psychological bias where we subconsciously assume attractive people are more intelligent, kind, and trustworthy. It happens in seconds, often before they even speak. We're wired to link moral goodness with physical beauty, and it affects everything from job interviews to courtrooms. While it feels natural, this beauty bias can lead us to overlook character and experience in favor of a polished appearance. The fix? Awareness. Next time you feel that instant trust, ask yourself, is it their character or just the halo? Stay curious. Ever wonder why you automatically trust someone just because they're well-dressed or charismatic? That's the halo effect at work. It's a cognitive bias where our brain takes one positive trait, like physical attractiveness, and lets it glow over everything else. Our brains love shortcuts, but this one is a trap. It leads to major mistakes in hiring, dating, and even how we judge strangers. Because someone is good at one thing, we lazily assume they're great at everything else without any actual evidence. The secret? Pause. Evaluate traits individually instead of letting that first glow blind your logic. Stop letting first impressions be your only impressions. Follow for more tips on how to outsmart your own brain. Ever wondered why you suddenly feel the urge to buy something you didn't even know existed 5 minutes ago? It's not an accident, it's psychology. Marketers use subtle triggers to bypass your logic and tap directly into your emotions. You think you're in control, but are you? Take social proof. When we see others loving a product, our brain signals safety. If everyone else is buying it, it must be good, right? Then there's scarcity. The limited time offer creates a fear of missing out, forcing you to act before your rational mind can catch up. By understanding these hidden persuaders, you can stop being a target and start making smarter, more conscious choices. Awareness is your best defense. Fear isn't your enemy. It's the most primal, high-octane fuel for change that nature ever created. Without it, our ancestors wouldn't have survived. It forces you to choose, stay paralyzed, or evolve. When your heart races and your palms sweat, that's not weakness. That's your body preparing for greatness. The most successful people don't lack fear. They use it as a compass to find exactly where they need to grow. So, what are you afraid of today? Stop running from it. Use it. Let's build something better.
Ever wonder why even the most talented teams eventually fall apart? It's almost never about the talent. The first culprit, bad leadership. When micromanagement takes over, creativity and ownership die. When trust disappears, collaboration follows. People stop sharing ideas and start protecting themselves. Great leaders don't just give orders. They build the environment where others can actually thrive. Don't let bad leadership collapse your team. Lead with trust instead. Follow for more.
Ever wonder why you check your phone without even thinking about it? Your brain is actually hardwired to automate your life, sometimes without your permission. It's called the habit loop. Your basal ganglia takes over these patterns to save your brain energy. This is why bad habits stick like glue, but it's also your secret weapon for success. Once you understand the loop, you can hack your biology to build the life you actually want. Stop letting your brain run on autopilot. Start building better habits today. Ever wonder how people get you to say yes after you've already said no? It's simpler than you think. It's called the door-in-the-face technique. It starts with a completely outrageous request that you're guaranteed to reject. You say no, obviously. But here's the trick. That rejection is exactly what the manipulator was counting on. They immediately follow up with a much smaller, reasonable request. Your brain perceives this as a concession or a favor. You feel obligated to meet them halfway. And just like that, you've been played. Stay sharp out there, Juraj. Ever wonder what people are really thinking? Most people hide behind a mask, but there are 3 hidden signals that reveal the truth. First, watch their eyes during a split-second silence. A micro-expression of hesitation tells you more than 1,000 words ever could. Second, notice how they treat someone who can do absolutely nothing for them. Character isn't how we treat equals, it's how we treat those below us. Third, look for consistency in the small things. If they lie about the little stuff, they'll definitely lie about the big stuff. Personality isn't what people say. It's what they do when they think no one is watching. Start observing. Ever wonder why a like feels better than a $5 bill? It's not just your ego, it's your biology.
In our ancestral past, being part of the tribe was a matter of life or death. Social status meant survival long before money existed.
Even today, your brain processes social rejection in the same area it processes physical pain. That is how deep this need goes. Social approval triggers a massive dopamine hit. Our brains are hardwired to value connection over currency because connection meant security. So next time you crave validation, remember, you're just being human. Stay connected and stay curious. Did you know it takes only 7 seconds for someone to form a first impression of you? It's a rapid-fire psychological process that happens almost instantly. First, there's the halo effect. If we perceive one positive trait like a warm smile, our brains subconsciously assume other positive qualities are present too. Body language speaks louder than words. Open posture and steady eye contact signal confidence and trustworthiness before you even say hello. Then comes confirmation bias. Once that first impression is set, our minds tend to seek out information that supports it and ignore anything that doesn't. Understanding these shortcuts helps you navigate your social world. Remember, you never get a second chance to make a first impression. Ever feel like an ad is stalking you? There's a psychological reason why it works on everyone, every single time. It's called the mere exposure effect. It's the simplest, most powerful tool in an advertiser's arsenal. Your brain is hardwired to confuse familiarity with safety. The more you see it, the more you trust it, without even realizing. That's why brands blast the same message everywhere. They aren't just selling a product, they're hacking your brain's trust filter. Now that you know the trick, you'll see it everywhere. Follow for more hacks on how your brain is being programmed. Ever wondered why we follow leaders even when they're blatantly lying? It's a psychological trap. It's not about the truth. It's about the delivery. Evolution wired us to trust the loudest, most certain voice in the room. Confidence acts as a mental shortcut. Our brains often mistake sheer certainty for actual competence. This allows charismatic liars to bypass your logic and tap straight into your primal need for a hero. Next time, ignore the energy and check the evidence. Don't let a bold voice lead you into a lie. Ever wonder why some people walk into a room and instantly command everyone's attention? The secret isn't magic, it's a mix of deep emotional intelligence and the power of mirror neurons. When a leader is truly present, your brain subconsciously aligns with theirs, creating an instant bond. Charismatic leaders don't just talk, they make you feel like you're the only person in the room. It's about balancing power with genuine warmth. And the best part, it's a skill you can actually learn. Start practicing these traits today and watch your influence grow. Ready to lead? Burnout doesn't happen overnight. It's a slow burn that smart managers catch early.
First, look for subtle withdrawal. Is your top performer suddenly silent in team meetings?
Next, watch for slips in quality or missed deadlines that seem out of character. Early detection starts with empathy. Schedule regular, low-pressure check-ins to truly listen. Catch the signs, support your people, and stop burnout before it starts. Lead with awareness. Ever noticed how just 3 seconds of silence in a conversation can feel like an eternity? Our brains are wired to interpret these gaps as a sign of social rejection or failure. But silence isn't a void. It's actually where the most important mental processing happens. It gives people room to breathe, think, and actually respond instead of just reacting. So the next time there's a lull, don't rush to fill it with nervous chatter. Just let it sit. You might be surprised by the depth of what follows. Embrace the quiet. Want to win every negotiation without breaking a sweat? You need to stop aiming for the big yes right away. Most people rush the deal and hit a wall of resistance. That's where most negotiations die. The pros use the micro-agreement trick. They secure a series of tiny, easy yeses before ever asking for the main prize. This builds psychological momentum. By the time you reach the big ask, saying yes feels like the only natural next step. Start small to finish big. Try it in your next deal and follow for more master-level tactics. Ever wonder why some salespeople seem to close deals effortlessly while others struggle? It's not just luck. It's about understanding the subtle psychological triggers that drive every human decision. Successful pros leverage social proof and scarcity, not as gimmicks, but to build genuine trust and urgency. By focusing on empathy and active listening, you transform from a seller into a trusted advisor. Master the psychology, and the sales will follow. Ready to unlock your full potential? Ever notice how fast food logos are getting flatter? There's a high-stakes reason why. It's not just a trend. It's science. These designs are engineered for glanceability at 60 miles per hour. Simplicity cuts through the noise. Bold colors like red and yellow trigger instant hunger signals in your brain. Plus, they need to look perfect on everything from massive billboards to the tiny screen in your hand. In the battle for your attention, the simplest brand wins. What's your favorite logo? Have you ever remembered something that didn't actually happen? Welcome to the ultimate brain hack that's rewriting your history right now. It's called the misinformation effect. By simply introducing a small fake detail after an event, your brain actually rewrites its own memories. If someone asks how fast a car was going when it smashed into a pole, you'll likely remember a pole even if it was never there. Our memories aren't perfect recordings, they're reconstructions, and they are incredibly easy for others to manipulate without you ever knowing. The only defense? Awareness. Now that you know the hack, you can start questioning everything, even your own past. Follow for more. Why sacrifice our individuality? Group loyalty is one of the most powerful forces in psychology. It started as survival. In our past, to be alone was to die. Today, this instinct can turn toxic. The US versus them mentality blinds us, turning people into enemies to protect the in-group. Under pressure, moral boundaries dissolve. We do for the cause what we'd never do alone. Understanding this dark side is the first step to reclaiming your own mind. Did you know that most of the respect you earn is decided before you even say a single word? It starts with your posture. Standing tall isn't just about height. It's about claiming your space and showing you're comfortable in your own skin. Steady eye contact signals honesty and strength. It shows you're fully present and not intimidated by the moment or the person in front of you. Open palms and controlled gestures project transparency and authority. People instinctively respect those who appear to have nothing to hide. Master your presence, and you'll change how the world sees you. Start standing for the respect you deserve today. Ever felt like you're making a choice, but both options lead to the same result? You've been played. It's the fake choice technique, used everywhere from restaurant menus to your favorite streaming apps. Restaurants use it to steer you toward the second cheapest wine, making it look like a bargain compared to the cheapest. By adding a decoy option that no one wants, they manipulate your brain into picking the choice they planned for you. The payoff? Once you spot the decoy, you take back control of your wallet. Next time, ask, is this a real choice? Follow for more psychological hacks. Ever wonder why some teams just click without a single order being barked? It's not magic, it's psychological nudging. Take environmental design. Smart managers place the coffee machine where different departments cross paths, forcing spontaneous collaboration. Then there's behavioral modeling. If a leader leaves on time, it silently grants the team permission to prioritize their own balance. They use positive reinforcement on small, specific behaviors they want to see more of, until those behaviors become the team norm. Great management isn't about control. It's about designing the environment where excellence happens naturally. Follow for more.
Ever wonder why the smartest person in the room sometimes loses the argument? It's not about lack of facts. It's often the curse of knowledge. Intelligent people assume everyone has the same foundation they do. They lead with logic and complexity, while most people are moved by emotion and simple narratives. Over-explaining creates a gap. When you're too thorough, you risk losing your audience entirely. To win, stop defending the complexity, start connecting with the core truth, follow for more insights.
Ever felt that instant craving for popcorn at the movies? It's no coincidence. Many theaters pump artificial scents into the air to trigger your appetite and enhance your experience. This is olfactory marketing. Our sense of smell is linked directly to the brain's emotional center. By boosting the aroma of butter, theaters can increase concession sales by 30%. They use specialized machines in the vents to ensure that fresh popped smell reaches every corner. But it's not just about money. Scents help create a more immersive and nostalgic environment. Some high-end cinemas even experiment with 4D scents to match the movie's atmosphere. It's about building a sensory memory that keeps you coming back to the big screen. So it's a perfect blend of psychology and snacks. A treat for your nose and your stomach. Next time you're at the movies, follow your nose. Enjoy the show. CEOs have a secret weapon that makes people spill their darkest secrets without saying a single word. It's called the silence trick. In high-stakes meetings, most people feel a desperate need to fill every awkward gap. That's where they lose their power. The trick is simple. When someone finishes talking, don't respond. Just wait. Count to 4 in your head and maintain eye contact. The silence creates an unbearable pressure. To break it, the other person will start babbling to ease their own discomfort. That's when they reveal the real numbers, the true motives, and the information they never intended to share. Next time you want the truth, just stop talking. The silence will do the work for you. Give it a try. Did you know it only takes exactly 7 seconds for someone to decide if they like you? Most people struggle with first impressions, feeling awkward or forgotten before the conversation even starts. Here's the hack. It's the eyebrow flash. A quick, sub-second raise of your brows when you first lock eyes. Evolutionarily, this signals that you're a friend, not a threat, triggering an instant safety response in their brain. Combine that with a genuine smile, and you've bypassed their social defenses before you even say hello. Try it today, and watch the world open up to you. Hit follow for more social psychology secrets.
Have you ever wondered why some people just sound more believable? It might not be what they're saying, but how they sound. Research shows our brains are hardwired to associate deep, resonant voices with authority, leadership, and competence. Evolutionarily, lower frequencies suggested larger physical size, signaling strength to our ancestors. Today, that instinct still lingers. In fact, this vocal authority can be so strong it actually overrides our logical processing of hard data and facts. So next time you're sold on an idea, ask yourself, are you trusting the evidence, or are you just under the spell of the base? Ever felt like you're getting a great deal, but you're actually being manipulated? Meet the decoy effect. Imagine 2 options. A small coffee for $3 and a large for $7. Most people pick the small. But then companies add a medium for $6.50. This is the decoy. It's not meant to be bought. Suddenly, the $7 large looks like a steal. The decoy makes the expensive option seem like a bargain. From popcorn at the movies to software subscriptions, this psychological trick is everywhere. Now that you know the trick, you can spot the decoy, and make the choice that's right for you.
Ever wondered why a simple handbag can cost more than a car? It's not just about materials, it's pure psychology. Enter the Veblen effect. In the luxury world, demand actually increases as the price goes up because the high cost itself signals status. Brands create artificial scarcity. If everyone could have it, the psychological value would vanish. You're buying membership to an elite club. They sell heritage and craftsmanship to justify the markup, turning a product into a timeless investment in your own identity. So next time you see that price tag, remember, you're not just paying for quality, you're paying for how it makes you feel. Ever wonder why Coca-Cola replaced its iconic logo with names like yours? It wasn't just a fun design change, it was a masterclass in psychology. Back in 2011, Coke faced a problem. Younger generations felt the brand was too big and impersonal. They needed to de-brand to reconnect. The Share a Coke campaign used our most personal asset, our names, to trigger the cocktail party effect, grabbing our attention instantly. It worked. Consumption among teens jumped by 7% in Australia alone, and the campaign soon became a global phenomenon across 80 countries. By making a mass-produced product feel personal, Coke proved that even the biggest brands can find a way to speak directly to you. Ever wonder why you always walk out of the grocery store with more than you planned? It's not an accident. Stores place the most expensive items at eye level. This is called eye level is buy level, designed to grab your attention instantly. And the essentials like milk and eggs, they're always at the very back, forcing you to walk past every other tempting item first. Next time you shop, look down. The better deals are usually tucked away on the bottom shelf. Shop with a list and stick to it. Your wallet will thank you. Follow for more shopping secrets. Ever wondered how a simple sip could change the world of business? Welcome to the story of the Pepsi Challenge. In 1975, Pepsi launched a blind taste test that shook Coke's dominance to its very core. Surprisingly, consumers chose the sweeter taste of Pepsi over and over again, proving the power of the sip test. This forced a shift from product-focused ads to lifestyle and preference marketing that we still see today. It wasn't just about soda. It was the birth of modern competitive marketing. One sip changed everything. Ever wondered why you can't resist those golden arches? It's not just the fries. McDonald's uses a psychological trick called the ketchup and mustard theory to literally control your brain. Red is stimulating. It raises your heart rate and makes you hungry. Yellow triggers feelings of happiness and speed. Combined, they create a high-energy environment that makes you eat faster and leave sooner. It's pure profit. Next time you're there, look around. The colors are doing the talking. Follow for more food secrets. Ahoy there! Want to boost your blog's reach instantly? I've got the map to the treasure you're looking for. First, leverage social media. Share bite-sized teasers with eye-catching visuals to drive that traffic straight to your shores. Next, collaborate. Team up with influencers or fellow bloggers in your niche for cross-promotion and wider exposure. Finally, optimize for SEO. Use keyword-rich titles and meta descriptions to rank higher and lead more readers to your booty.
Ever wonder why you'd never switch from your favorite brand, even if a cheaper option appeared? It's not just about the quality. The secret is deep-rooted psychology. Successful brands don't just sell products. They sell a sense of belonging and identity. When you use a brand that aligns with your values, your brain treats it like a social connection. Loyalty isn't logical, it's emotional. You aren't just buying a product. You're joining a tribe.
Have you ever wondered why luxury brands destroy millions of dollars in perfectly good products? In the high-end world, it's a calculated move to protect their most valuable asset, exclusivity. Bargain bins devalue the brand and the pieces people paid full price for. They'd rather incinerate surplus than discount it, keeping demand and prices sky high. Scarcity is the ultimate luxury currency. Follow for more secrets.
Ever noticed how shopping carts keep getting bigger? It's not your imagination, it's a retail trap. Since the 1970s, carts have grown by over 20%. Why? Because a half-empty cart feels like a mission unaccomplished. Our brains are wired to fill the space. When the cart is huge, you subconsciously buy more just to make it look full. Studies show that with a larger cart, people spend up to 40% more than they planned. That's a lot of extra snacks. Next time you're on a quick run, grab a basket. Your wallet will thank you. Ever wonder why you can't stop scrolling? It's not an accident. It's engineered. Companies use variable rewards, like a slot machine for your brain. You never know what's next, so you keep looking. This triggers a dopamine hit every time you find something interesting, creating a habit loop that's hard to break. Then they make you invest time and data. making the app more personal and even harder to leave. Next time you feel that pull, remember, the house always wins. Be intentional with your time. Follow for more tech secrets. Ever feel like you know a brand you've never even used? That's not an accident. It's neuromarketing. Advertising doesn't just sell products, it rewires your memory. It plants seeds that grow into facts in your subconscious. By attaching high dopamine emotions to simple logos, brands bypass your logic and live rent-free in your mind. Next time you shop, ask yourself, is it truly your choice or a memory they manufactured for you? Ever wonder why you always end up spending more at restaurants than you planned? It's not an accident, it's by design. Restaurants use the golden triangle. Our eyes naturally move to the center first, then the top right and top left. That's where the high-margin items live. Then there's price anchoring. They place an expensive item at the top so everything else looks like a bargain by comparison. Notice the missing dollar signs. Removing currency symbols reduces the pain of paying, making you focus on the food, not the cost. Next time you sit down to eat, look closer. You're reading a carefully crafted sales pitch. Follow for more industry secrets. Want the secret to getting a yes every single time? It's called the foot in the door strategy. Stop asking for the big sale right away. You're just setting yourself up for a no. Instead, start with a tiny request. Once they agree to something small, they're far more likely to say yes to the big stuff. Psychology shows we love being consistent with our past choices. Use that momentum. Start small to win big. Go ahead, give it a shot today. Ever wonder why you grab the first thing you see? It's the eye level is buy level rule. Supermarkets put high-margin products right in your line of sight to make you spend more. The real deals are hidden way down low or high up. It's a psychological trap. Next time, look up and down. That's where the value and discounts are hiding. Shop smart and save money. Follow for more shopping hacks. Ever wonder why every hero in a movie drinks the same brand of soda? It's not just a coincidence. It's a calculated science. Product placement isn't just about showing a logo. It's about hacking your subconscious and influencing your daily choices. It's called the mere exposure effect. The more you see a brand in your favorite stories, the more you trust it without even realizing it. From the cars they drive to the tech they use, brands pay millions to be part of the story, guiding your next purchase. Next time you're watching a film, keep your eyes peeled. The secret science of marketing is hiding in plain sight. You think quality is king? Think again. The first thing your customer sees isn't your product, it's the box. In a world of endless choices, a bland package means you're invisible. No matter how good the quality is, if they don't pick it up, they'll never know. Compare a premium minimalist box to a cheap plastic bag. Which one feels like a luxury experience? The packaging is the brand. Master your packaging, and you master the first impression. Quality keeps them coming back, but packaging gets them through the door. Ready to level up? Ever wonder why some slogans just stick? It's not luck, it's a calculated formula designed to hack your brain. The best ones use the rule of 3. Think, just do it, or I'm loving it. Short, punchy, and rhythmic. They create a mental itch that only the brand can scratch by tapping directly into your emotions. Simplicity is the ultimate sophistication. If you can't say it in 3 words, it's not a slogan, it's a sentence. That is the secret formula. Now tell me, what is the most addictive slogan you have ever heard? Ever wondered why some products have thousands of perfect reviews, but feel like total junk? It's the Amazon effect. To rank on page 1, brands need social proof, and they need it fast. Legit reviews take months. Fake ones? They cost pennies and can boost sales almost instantly. But it's a massive gamble. Platforms are using AI detection to ban sellers and file lawsuits. Next time you shop, look for the verified purchase tag and check the low ratings first. Stay sharp. Ever wonder why you'd buy a watch just because a movie star wears it? It's called the halo effect. In a world of infinite choices, our brains feel overwhelmed. We're desperate for a shortcut to trust. We subconsciously transfer our admiration for a celebrity's talent directly onto the products they promote. The celebrity becomes a bridge, turning an unknown brand into a familiar, trusted friend instantly. So next time you see a star in an ad, remember your brain is just looking for someone it already knows. Ever wondered why your bill is always higher when you swipe? That's not just you, it's psychology. With cash, you feel the pain of paying. You literally see the money leaving your hand. But credit cards, they make it frictionless. That plastic disconnects the purchase from the actual cost. Without that physical sting, you're likely to spend up to 100% more on the exact same items. Master the psychology, take back control, and keep your hard-earned money where it belongs. Ever felt that sudden rush of panic when you see a countdown timer? You're not alone. There's a reason we can't look away. It's called the scarcity principle. When time is running out, our brains perceive the opportunity as more valuable. Then there's loss aversion. We're actually more motivated to avoid losing a deal than we are to gain one. Timers trigger a fight or flight response, pushing us to act fast before we think it through. So next time you see that clock, take a breath. Don't let the timer make the decision for you. Ever wonder why you bought that gadget you've never used? It's not just you, it's your brain. When we shop, our brains release dopamine. It's a literal chemical high that rewards us for the find. We also buy for status. It's called social signaling, showing others where we fit in the pack. Marketers use FOMO, the fear of missing out, to trigger our survival instincts. Buy now or lose forever. Sometimes we're just filling an emotional gap. Stuff becomes a temporary band-aid for stress or boredom. The secret? Awareness. Next time you're at the checkout, ask, do I want this, or does my brain... Ever wonder how companies know exactly which buttons to push to make you feel something? It's called emotional testing. Using AI facial coding, they track micro-expressions you don't even know you're making to gauge your reaction. They even measure your heart rate and skin response to see when you're truly excited or just bored. Every frame is optimized to trigger a specific response, ensuring the ad hits the perfect note of joy or nostalgia. Next time an ad moves you, remember, it was likely engineered to do just that. Follow for more marketing secrets. Ever wonder why you can't stop watching unboxing videos? It's not just a box, it's a calculated psychological trigger. The anticipation of seeing what's inside releases dopamine, the same brain chemical triggered by winning a prize. Brands use premium textures and slow reveal packaging to trick your brain into thinking the product is more valuable. This vicarious ownership makes you feel like you already own the item, which is a massive driver for sales. It turns a simple purchase into an emotional event, building the kind of brand loyalty money can't buy. So next time you're unboxing, remember, every fold and sticker is designed to keep you hooked. Ever wondered why every new app has a massive waiting list before it even launches? It's not always about server capacity, it's about the psychology of scarcity. Fake waitlists create a sense of exclusivity, making the product feel more valuable than it actually is. Plus, it's a goldmine for companies to validate demand and build a massive email list for free. So next time you're number 10,000 in line, remember, the line might not even exist. Ever wondered why we lose our minds over free shipping even when it doesn't actually save us more money? Psychologically, we'd rather pay $15 for a product with free shipping than $10 plus $5 for delivery. It's the same price. This is the zero price effect. When something is free, we perceive its value as much higher because there's no risk of loss. Shipping fees trigger the pain of paying in our brains, whereas free triggers an emotional charge that overrides rational math. Next time you're at checkout, remember, it's not just math, it's a psychological trap. Shop smarter. Ever wondered why some stores give you 50 different types of jam? It's not about variety, it's about control. It's called the paradox of choice. When your brain is hit with too many options, it actually starts to freeze up. Companies use this decision fatigue to tire you out until you just pick the easiest, most expensive option. When you're overwhelmed, you stop comparing quality and just look for the fastest way to end the stress. Next time, narrow it down to 3 options immediately. Don't let the overload win. Follow for more tips. Ever wonder why certain products suddenly appear everywhere on your feed? It's not just luck, it's a calculated science. Algorithms look for velocity. how fast people are liking and sharing in the first 60 minutes. If you hit the curve, you're in. Then comes social proof. Our brains are hardwired to want what others are already validating. It's the bandwagon effect in real time. Timing is everything. Brands drop content when their specific audience is most active, creating an artificial surge that the AI can't ignore. So next time you see a must-have item, remember, it didn't just trend, it was engineered to win. Follow for more hidden science. Ever wonder why you suddenly feel hungry at a red light? That's not a coincidence, it's color psychology at work. Fast food giants use red and yellow to trigger appetite and a sense of urgency, literally rushing your brain into a purchase. But it's not just food. Tech brands use blue to make you feel safe and trusting, keeping you scrolling for hours on end. This is deep subconscious manipulation. Every brand you see is using color to hack your emotions and influence your wallet. Now that you know their secrets, you're the one in control. Like and follow to stay one step ahead of the game. Stop! You are being manipulated right now, and you don't even know it. Brands are hacking your brain using one simple tool: fear. Fear bypasses your logic. It triggers your fight or flight response, making you buy things you don't need just to feel safe or included. From FOMO on social media to ads that make you feel insecure about your looks or safety, they create a problem, then sell you the cure. But here is the payoff. Once you recognize the pattern, the fear loses its power. You aren't just a consumer, you're in control. Don't buy into the anxiety. The next time you feel that urge to buy, ask, am I choosing this or is a brand choosing for me? Ever felt your phone buzz in your pocket only to find absolutely nothing? That is the phantom vibration syndrome. It is all about dopamine. Every notification triggers a tiny rush in your brain's reward center, creating a craving for more. The secret is variable rewards. You do not know if it is a like, a text, or just spam. That uncertainty is what makes it so addictive. Apps are engineered to exploit this slot machine effect, ensuring you spend as much time on screen as possible. But understanding the science behind the buzz is the first step to breaking the loop and reclaiming your focus. Turn off the noise, break the cycle, and take back your time. Ever wonder why some Super Bowl ads stay in your head for years while others are forgotten in seconds? It's not luck, it's science. Behind every viral hit is a secret world of neuromarketing research that most brands never talk about. Brands spend $7 million for a 30-second spot, but without the right data, most of that money is effectively thrown away. Scientists use eye tracking and brain scans to find the viral trigger, the exact moment your brain decides to pay attention. They map out your dopamine spikes to ensure their message is literally hardwired into your long-term memory. That's the secret to a viral hit. Want to master the science of attention? Follow for more marketing secrets. Ever wonder why you always end up spending way more at hotels than you actually planned? It's not just the minibar. Hotels use scent marketing, pumping signature fragrances through the vents to trigger feelings of luxury and relaxation. Notice something missing? No clocks. This timelessness makes you lose track of your day, leading to longer stays at the lobby bar. Combined with warm, expensive lighting, your brain starts associating spending with comfort. That $5 water, suddenly it seems worth it. The trick? Wear a watch and stick to your budget. Follow for more travel secrets to save your wallet. Ever wonder why you feel that sudden panic when you see a limited time deal? It's not just a discount, it's psychological warfare. Retailers use the scarcity principle to make you crave what's disappearing. That ticking clock. It's designed to bypass your logical brain and trigger your fight or flight response. They create a herd mentality. When you see others rushing, your dopamine levels spike before you even buy. By the time you hit checkout, your brain thinks it's won a battle. But remember, the house always wins. Stay smart this season. Don't let the marketing win. Follow for more psychological deep dives. Ever wonder why people pay 10 times more for a logo? It's not the quality, it's the status game. Luxury brands don't sell products, they manufacture hierarchy. They use artificial scarcity to make you feel like an outsider. If everyone can have it, it loses its power. Inclusion is the enemy of prestige. By owning what others can't, You signal your place in the tribe. It's a primitive instinct dressed up in Italian leather and Swiss gears. The payoff? A shot of dopamine every time someone recognizes the brand. You aren't just wearing a watch, you're wearing a certificate of achievement. So next time you see a luxury ad, remember, they aren't selling the item, they're selling the feeling of being better. Follow for more. Ever wondered why buy one get one free is everywhere? It's not just a deal, it's a psychological masterclass. Our brains are hardwired to love the word free. It triggers a dopamine hit that overrides our rational spending. Retailers know you'll spend more just to get that second item, even if you didn't need it in the first place. It's the perfect way for stores to clear out old stock while increasing the average amount you spend per visit. Next time, ask yourself, would I buy this at full price? If the answer is no, then the deal isn't for you. Stop falling for the tricks. Follow for more hidden marketing secrets to save your wallet. You think you know your favorite influencer, but every authentic moment is carefully engineered to hack your brain's trust center. They use the halo effect. If they look relatable, you assume they're honest. But relatability is a product they sell. Micro gestures, specific lighting, even that messy room in the back, all calculated to bypass your BS detector. The payoff? When they finally recommend a product, you're not seeing an ad. You're seeing a suggestion from a friend you've never met. Stop being the product. Start seeing the script. Follow for more truth behind the screen. Ever walked into a grocery store hungry and walked out with half the snack aisle? We've all been there. Your brain is literally wired to crave high-calorie rewards the moment your blood sugar drops. It's a trap. It's all thanks to ghrelin, the hunger hormone. It doesn't just make you hungry, it makes you impulsive and bad at decisions. The fix: never shop on an empty stomach. Eat first, stick to your list, and save your wallet from the snack tax. Save your money and your health. Follow for more life hacks that actually work. Ever wonder why you suddenly need a $50 box of chocolates the second you step into an airport? It's not just you, it's science. Airports capitalize on the golden hour, the time after security where your stress drops and your impulse to shop skyrockets. Then there's the duty-free illusion. We perceive savings even when prices are higher than downtown, fueled by that vacation mindset. Notice the layout? You're often forced to walk through shops just to get to your gate. It's called a serpentine walk. Travel stress makes us crave a reward. That overpriced souvenir? It's actually retail therapy to calm your pre-flight nerves. So next time you're at the terminal, remember, the airport isn't just a transit hub, it's a giant psychological shopping mall. Why do you buy things you don't even need? It's not just a lack of self-control. It's called loss aversion, and advertisers use it to trick your brain into acting fast. Psychology shows that the pain of losing something is twice as powerful as the joy of gaining it. Those phrases like limited time only or last chance are designed to trigger that fear of missing out. They aren't selling you a product. They're selling you the fear of losing the opportunity to have it. Next time you see a last chance deal, stop and think, do you actually want it, or are you just afraid of losing it? Have you ever wondered why you feel so suspiciously happy at Disney? It's not just magic, it's calculated manipulation. First they use smellitzers to pump the scent of fresh cookies and sea salt throughout the park, triggering instant hunger and nostalgia. Then there's Go Away Green, a specific paint color designed to make buildings and fences literally disappear from your subconscious. They anchor your emotions to these sights and sounds, so that even when you're exhausted and broke, you're already planning the next trip. Disney doesn't just sell rides, they sell a perfected version of happiness, and we buy it every single time. Ever wonder why Supreme can sell a literal brick for $30 and have it sell out in seconds?
It's not just about clothes, it's a masterclass in psychological marketing.
The secret? Artificial scarcity. They produce far less than the demand, creating a feeding frenzy every single time. Every Thursday at 11 a.m., the drop happens. It's a weekly ritual that keeps the brand at the center of the conversation. This scarcity drives a massive resale market, where basic items often go for 10 times their original retail price. Supreme doesn't just sell products, they sell status and the thrill of the hunt. That's the real secret. Ever wonder why seeing a vintage logo makes you feel safe? That's not an accident. Brands are hacking your memories. Nostalgia is powerful. It triggers the brain's reward system, making us associate products with simpler, happier times. When you're feeling nostalgic, your logical brain takes a back seat. You aren't just buying a soda, you're buying a piece of your childhood. This emotional shortcut allows brands to charge more and build loyalty that logic simply can't touch. Next time a commercial makes you misty-eyed, ask yourself, is it the product you love or just the memory? Stay sharp. Ever wondered why you're paying for 3 streaming services you never actually watch? It's not just laziness, it's psychology. Companies leverage the sunk cost fallacy. Your brain thinks you're losing money if you cancel, even when you're wasting it by staying. Then there's the endowment effect. Once you're in, you feel like you own that content library, making it physically painful to let go. And with frictionless autopay, the transaction is designed to be forgotten. Out of sight, out of mind, but always on the bill. Beat the system. Audit your subscriptions today and stop the silent drain on your wallet. Follow for more brain hacks to save you money.
Why do we trust a $500 bottle of wine more than a $10 one? It's not just about the taste, it's pure psychology.
It's called the price-quality heuristic. Our brains are hardwired to assume that a higher price tag means better materials and significantly less risk. Plus, high prices create a placebo effect. Studies show that people actually feel more satisfied and perform better when using expensive products. So next time you splurge, remember you're paying for the story your brain wants to believe. Follow for more psychology hacks. Ever notice stores play slow music at night? It's not just a vibe, it's a trap for your money. Retailers know your brain naturally syncs your pace to the tempo of the music you hear. Slow beats mean slow walking, and the longer you stay in that aisle, the more you spend. This tactic can boost sales by 38%. That relaxing song is actually a profit booster. Next time, keep your pace up and your wallet closed. Follow for more retail secrets. Ever wonder how TikTok knows exactly what you want to buy before you even do? It's not magic, it's math. It's not just your likes. The algorithm tracks how many seconds you pause on a video and even your scroll speed. It then maps those tiny behaviors against millions of other users to find hidden patterns in your interests. This creates a digital twin of your shopping habits, allowing the AI to predict your next move with scary accuracy. Then it triggers the perfect ad at the exact moment your resistance is lowest. That's how the For You page becomes a storefront. The algorithm doesn't just watch you, it anticipates you. Welcome to the era of predictive shopping. Ever wonder why some things go viral while others die in silence? It's not just luck, it's pure psychological science. You spend hours creating, but the algorithm feels like a total black box. No engagement, no shares, just silence. The first secret is social currency. We share things that make us look smart, cool, or in the know to our friends. Combine that with high arousal emotions like awe or excitement, and you've built the ultimate engine for sharing. Master the psychology of human connection, and you master the internet. Ready to finally crack the code?
Ever wonder why prices end in 99 cents? It's a psychological trap.
It's the left digit effect. Our brains focus on the first digit we see. 1 cent cheaper, but your brain registers a whole dollar less. $4.99 feels like $4, not $5. It makes deals look better. This trick boosts sales by 8%. Retailers have used it for a century. Look at the whole number next time. Follow for more money hacks. Ever wonder why you're more likely to buy something if everyone else is doing it? That's social proof. It's an evolutionary survival mechanism, where we look to others to determine correct behavior in uncertain situations. Reviews and testimonials aren't just helpful, they're shortcuts for our brains to bypass the stress of making a choice. When we see others trusting a brand, our internal risk alarm goes silent. In business, showing your crowd is the fastest way to build authority. Use social proof to lead the way. Ever wonder why food in commercials sounds so perfect? That crisp crunch in cereal ads, often it's just wet sponges and white glue to keep things looking fresh. And that sizzling steak sound, sometimes it's a wet sponge on a hot pan, or even just a perfectly timed sound effect. The refreshing fizz of a cold soda, Alka-Seltzer tablets are the secret behind those perfect bubbles. Commercials are meticulously crafted to trigger your brain's hunger, not to show reality. Next time you see a mouth-watering ad, remember, you're hearing the secrets of the trade. Follow for more.
Ever wonder why Amazon shows you a list price that's crossed out? That's called anchoring. It's a powerful psychological trick that influences how we perceive value. By showing a higher original price first, the current deal suddenly looks like a massive steal. Even if that list price is inflated, your brain anchors to that first high number and sees the gap as pure savings. Next time you shop, ignore the discount percentage and look at the actual price you're paying.
Have you ever wondered why luxury stores look empty? It's not a lack of customers, it's a calculated psychological flex. Traditional retail crams shelves to drive volume. But for elite brands, clutter is the enemy. Space is the ultimate symbol of exclusivity. This negative space tells your brain that every item is a rare artifact. It creates a gallery vibe that justifies that 5-figure price tag. Plus, the emptiness ensures the focus is 100% on you. In luxury, you aren't just buying a product, you're buying the feeling of being the only person in the room. So, the emptier the store, the more expensive the secret. Would you shop here? Let me know below. Ever wonder why stores give away free food? It's not a gift, it's a psychological trap. It's called the reciprocity principle. When someone gives you something for free, your brain feels an intense urge to give back. Suddenly, you're buying a $10 box of crackers you didn't even want, just to clear that social debt. Studies show free samples can boost sales by as much as 2,000%. It's one of the most powerful triggers in marketing. Next time you see a freebie, remember, your brain is already reaching for your wallet. Stay sharp. Have you ever wondered why you have to walk to the very back of the grocery store just to grab a gallon of milk? It's not just for the refrigeration. It's a calculated retail strategy. Since milk is a high-frequency destination item, stores place it as far from the entrance as possible. To get there, you have to pass through aisles of high-margin items. Every extra step you take is another opportunity for an impulse buy. By the time you reach the dairy, your cart is already half full with things you didn't even know you needed. They call this the maze. So next time you're on a quick milk run, remember, the store is designed to make you stay. Follow for more retail secrets. Ever wonder why your burger looks amazing in ads but sad in real life? Let's talk food styling secrets. It's not just lighting, that juicy meat, often brushed with motor oil or shoe polish for that perfect shine. See how it stands so tall? Those ingredients are held up with toothpicks and sponges so they don't slide off. And that iconic cheese pull? Most of the time it's actually white glue mixed with mozzarella for that stretchy look. Even the whipped cream is usually shaving cream. It won't melt under hot studio lights. Next time you're hungry, remember, you're buying the marketing, not the photo. Follow for more secrets. Ever wonder why you lose track of time in a casino? It's psychological warfare. No clocks, no windows. They create a timeless world to keep you playing. The near-miss effect makes a close loss feel like a win, baiting another bet. Flashing lights and sounds of winning make the room feel hot even when you're losing. The house wants your time as much as your money. Stay sharp. Ever wondered why you're suddenly desperate for a product just because it says limited edition? It's the FOMO trap. Brands use artificial scarcity to make you feel like you're missing out on something elite. By capping production, they bypass your logic and trigger your survival instincts, the urge to grab it before someone else does. The dopamine hit of the win wears off fast, but that credit card bill, that lasts a lot longer. Next time, stop and ask, do I actually need this, or am I just chasing a label? Ever wondered why that slightly wobbly IKEA shelf feels like a total masterpiece to you? The assembly was a total nightmare, the instructions were cryptic, and somehow you ended up with 2 spare screws. This is the IKEA effect, a psychological bias where our labor creates value that money just can't buy. When you put in the work, your brain stops seeing a mass-produced product and starts seeing a personal achievement. It's not just a shelf anymore, it's your shelf. That wobbly wood is now priceless. Ever wonder why you can't stop clicking on Netflix? It's not an accident, it's science. Netflix uses massive A/B testing. They show different images to millions of users to see exactly what works. And it's personalized for you. If you like romances, you'll see the lead couple. Love action, you get the explosions. They know that intense faces and emotional shots are 30% more likely to get your attention. The goal, to keep you watching. Because once they lose your attention, they lose you as a subscriber. Next time you scroll, remember, you're not just choosing a show. The show is choosing you. Did you know your favorite logos are hiding secrets right in front of your eyes? Look closely at the FedEx arrow. Or the Amazon arrow. It's not just a smile, it's pointing from A to Z because they literally sell everything. And check out Baskin-Robbins. That pink 31 in the middle, that's one for every flavor of the month. Tostitos is the best. The two T's are actually two people sharing a chip over a bowl of salsa. Mind blown? Drop your favorite hidden logo in the comments and follow for more secret meanings.
Ever wonder why you suddenly need that item the moment you see only one left in stock?
That's fake scarcity. Brands use it to trigger a sense of urgency, forcing you to act before you think. Whether it's a fake clock or a limited edition label, the goal is to create FOMO, fear of missing out. But once you recognize the trick, the spell is broken. You stop panic buying and start saving. Don't let a timer control your wallet. Shop smart and buy when you're ready, not when they tell you to. Ever wondered why you suddenly slow down when you're in the produce aisle? It's not an accident, it's a trap. Supermarkets use floor textures to manipulate your pace. Those small tiles in the expensive aisles, they make your cart rattle more. The noise makes you subconsciously slow down, and the slower you walk, the more you buy. You're being programmed to spend. Next time, stick to your list and keep your head up. Don't let the floor tiles dictate your budget. Stay smart. Shop fast. Follow for more retail secrets you weren't supposed to know. Ever wondered why you always end up with the large popcorn, even if you weren't that hungry? It's a psychological trick called the decoy effect. Companies use it to nudge you toward the most expensive option. Imagine, small is $3, large is $7. Hard choice, right? But add a medium for $6.50. Suddenly, the large looks like a bargain for just 50 cents more. The medium is the decoy. It's only there to make the large look better. Next time you're shopping, look for the middle option. Is it a real choice or just a decoy? Stay sharp. Ever wonder why people wait in line for days just to get a new iPhone? It's not just hype. Apple uses these lines as a powerful form of social proof. By intentionally limiting early stock, they force a queue that acts like a free billboard to the world. The line tells everyone, this product is so valuable, it's worth the wait. It's priceless branding. Next time you see a line, remember, you're not just waiting, you're part of the marketing. Ever wonder why a bag that costs $50 to make sells for $5,000? It's not just quality, it's pure psychology. Welcome to the hidden world of Veblen goods. Luxury brands master artificial scarcity. If everyone can have it, suddenly nobody wants it. When you buy luxury, you're not just buying a product. You're buying a social signal of status. Your brain registers that massive price tag as a guarantee of superiority, even when the math doesn't add up. Next time you see a premium price, ask yourself, are you paying for the leather or the ego? Follow for more. Ever wondered why your name is suddenly on a Coke bottle? It's not just luck, it's genius marketing. Launched in 2011, the Share a Coke campaign replaced the iconic logo with the most popular names in the country. The secret, psychology. We're hardwired to react to our own names. It makes a global brand feel personal. The move worked. Coke saw its first sales increase in the US in over a decade, selling over 250 million named bottles. It transformed a drink into a social media phenomenon. So whose name are you looking for today?
Ever wonder why you buy things you didn't mean to? There's a secret grocery store trick they're using. It's called eye level is buy level. Stores put the most expensive items exactly where your eyes land first. You're paying a premium just for the convenience. The cheaper options are hidden away. But here is the trick to saving hundreds on your grocery bill. Always look at the bottom shelves. That's where the best unit prices are stashed. Stop falling for the trap. Look down to save up. Follow for more shopping hacks.
In 1975, a simple marketing experiment in Dallas changed the business world forever, the Pepsi Challenge. The setup was simple: 2 unmarked cups, 1 Pepsi, 1 Coke, a blind taste test where brand bias was impossible. The result? A shocking majority chose Pepsi. It was a marketing masterstroke that sent shockwaves through the industry. Panic hit Coca-Cola HQ, leading to the infamous New Coke disaster. They tried to fix a recipe that wasn't even broken. It proved that brand loyalty is fragile, and the right data can force a titan to change its entire strategy. The Pepsi Challenge, a lesson in bold marketing that still tastes like victory today. Ever wonder why almost every fast food joint uses red and yellow? It is not a coincidence. It's called the ketchup and mustard theory. These colors are scientifically proven to make you hungry. Red triggers stimulation, appetite, and even increases your heart rate. It literally prepares your body to eat. Yellow is associated with happiness and friendliness. It's welcoming and highly visible from a distance. Combined, they create a sense of urgency. You eat fast and leave quickly, making room for more customers. Next time you see those golden arches, remember, your brain is already ordering. Subscribe for more psychology hacks. Ever wonder why it's so hard to say no to the crowd? Your brain is actually hardwired for social pressure. When you feel judged, your amygdala, the brain's alarm system, fires off just like it's facing a physical threat. Your prefrontal cortex tries to stay rational, but social fear can literally hijack your logical thinking. But here's the payoff. Understanding this reaction lets you reclaim control and stand your ground with confidence. Don't let the crowd run your biology. Master your mind and lead the way. Like and follow for more. Ever wonder why you make the same choices over and over? Most of our behavior is hidden even from ourselves. We spend 90% of our lives on autopilot, driven by ancient triggers designed for survival, not happiness. It's called the dopamine loop. Your brain rewards the familiar, even if it's holding you back from your true potential. But here is the secret. Awareness is the circuit breaker. Once you see the patterns, you gain the power to change them. Stop reacting and start choosing. Master the science of you. Follow for more insights into the human mind. Ever wonder why even the smallest changes feel like a threat? It's not just you, it's actually built into your DNA. Your brain's primary job isn't to make you happy, it's to keep you alive. And to your ancient brain, new often means dangerous. Our ancestors survived by sticking to what was known and safe. That survival instinct is still firing today, even in your office or home. We crave growth, but our comfort zone is like a gravity well. Stepping out feels like a leap into the void. The secret? Understanding the fear doesn't make it go away, but it gives you the power to move forward anyway. Stay curious. High-level negotiations aren't just about the numbers. They're a psychological battle of minds. Ever felt like you're losing control of the room? It's usually a subtle psychological trick being played on you. First, the flinch. React with visible shock to any offer to make the other side immediately doubt their own valuation. Second, silence. State your terms, then stop talking. The discomfort forces them to fill the void with concessions. Master these, and you'll never be at the mercy of the table again. Follow for more elite power moves. Ever wondered why we follow orders just because they come from someone in a uniform? That's the authority bias in action. It's our tendency to over-rely on the opinions of authority figures, even when they're flat out wrong. History shows that blind obedience can lead to systemic errors from the workplace to our very foundations of society. In politics and healthcare, trusting a title over the facts can have real, life-altering consequences. But there's a way out. We have to break the cycle of automatic compliance. The key? Critical thinking. Don't just follow the leader. Always question the why behind the command. Ever wonder why the world's highest achievers seem to perform flawlessly under pressure? It's not just talent. Most people wing it and let nerves take control, which leads to hesitation and missed opportunities when it matters most. The secret is mental rehearsal. They visualize every detail, every challenge, and every victory before they even step onto the field. This builds neural pathways that prepare your brain for real-world success, making your peak performance feel like second nature. Start visualizing your win today. Your brain can't tell the difference between a vivid rehearsal and reality. Go get it.
Ever wonder why some people just have it? That magnetic pull that makes everyone in the room stop and listen? It's not magic, it's the halo effect. Our brains shortcut confidence and presence into trustworthy and authoritative. When you look like you've seen the world, your audience automatically assigns you a higher level of expertise. The secret to influence isn't just what you say, it's the story your presence tells before you even open your mouth. Master your presence and you master the room. Follow for more psychological secrets to unlock your influence. Did you know that most people actually fear public speaking more than death? It sounds crazy, but there is a deep reason for it. In our evolutionary past, being rejected by the tribe was a literal death sentence. You couldn't survive alone in the wild. So when you stand on stage today, your lizard brain reacts like you're being hunted by a predator. Your survival instincts kick in. But understanding this caveman brain is your secret weapon. You aren't being rejected, you're being heard. Stop fearing the tribe, start leading it. You've got this.
Ever wonder why that little like notification feels so good? It's not just vanity, it's biology. When we receive validation, our brain's reward system releases dopamine, the feel-good chemical that reinforces social behavior. For our ancestors, social approval meant survival. Being part of the tribe kept you safe. Being rejected was a death sentence. Today, that same survival instinct is triggered by digital metrics, creating a constant loop of seeking external approval. Understanding this hidden need is the first step to breaking the cycle and finding validation from within.
Ever feel like someone is playing with your mind? That's because they are. Manipulators don't use logic. They use your own emotions against you as a weapon. It starts with guilt, making you feel responsible for their happiness or their failures. Then comes gaslighting, a tactic designed to make you doubt your own memories and reality. The key to breaking free? Recognition. Once you see the strings, they lose their power over you. Stay aware, protect your peace, follow for more psychology and mindset tips.
Ever wondered why some teams just click while others seem to crash and burn? It's not about the talent, it's about the psychology. Most teams are paying a trust tax, hidden friction, unsaid words, and fear of judgment that slow everything down to a crawl. The secret? Psychological safety. It's the belief that you won't be punished for making a mistake or speaking up. When teams feel safe, innovation skyrockets. You move from defensive work to high dopamine, high-performance collaboration. Stop focusing on the tasks and start focusing on the trust. That's how you build a team that actually wins. Ever wonder why we automatically believe someone just because they sound sure of themselves? It's more than just charisma. It's called the confidence heuristic. Our brains are wired to use confidence as a mental shortcut for actual competence. When a speaker is certain, it reduces our cognitive load. We don't have to work as hard to verify the information ourselves. Evolutionarily, we looked to decisive leaders for survival. Today, that same instinct makes us follow the most confident voice in the room. So, if you want to be heard, don't just share facts, share them with conviction. Follow for more psychology tips. Have you ever wondered why you choose the exact same thing twice just because of how it's described? That's the framing effect. Politicians and marketers use it to steer your opinions and control your wallet every single day. Think about it. Would you rather buy ground beef that's 80% lean or ground beef that's 20% fat? It's the exact same meat, but your brain is hardwired to chase the positive frame and fear the negative one. Master the frame and you master the choice. Stop letting them frame your reality. Follow for more brain hacks. Ever feel like your best ideas are just gone? It's not a creative block, it's biological. When you're stressed, your prefrontal cortex, the home of your imagination, literally starts to shut down. Your brain redirects all its energy to survival, leaving your creativity in the dark. It's a silent destruction. Creativity needs safety and space to breathe. It can't survive the constant hum of cortisol. Protect your peace. Your next big idea isn't lost. It's just waiting for you to exhale. Think the loudest person in the room is the leader? Think again. Most people mistake volume for power, but real influence is silent. Shouting, stress, and chaos, that's not authority, that's a loss of control. It creates fear, not respect. True authority isn't found in the noise, it's found in the stillness. It's the ability to remain the eye of the storm. People don't follow volume, they follow composition. They trust the person who stays calm when everyone else is panicking. Master your emotions, and you'll master the room. That is the secret of calm authority. Follow for more. Ever wonder why you're more motivated by some tasks than others? The science is stranger than you think. Traditional wisdom says rewards work, but for complex tasks, big incentives can actually decrease your performance. The real secret? Intrinsic motivation. Autonomy, mastery, and purpose are the true engines of lasting productivity. Your brain is wired to prioritize internal satisfaction over external gold stars and simple carrots. Hacking your motivation starts with understanding the science. Follow for more psychological deep dives. Stop! It's not just what you say, it's how you say it. Your tone is your superpower. One wrong inflection can turn a compliment into an insult. Talk about a communication breakdown. Pitch, pace, and volume, these are the secret ingredients that shape how people hear you. When you nail your tone, you instantly gain authority and deep empathy. It's like a communication cheat code. Listen to your own voice today. Follow me to master your communication.
Think burnout is just about working too hard. It's actually deeper than that. It's a silent psychological shift.
It's the friction between your core values and an environment that doesn't respect them. When your why disappears, your brain's reward system shuts down to protect itself. The key isn't just rest, it's realignment. Reclaiming your agency is how you start the journey back. Burnout isn't a failure, it's a signal. Ready to decode yours? Let's dive into the solution.
Ever wondered why you can't stop scrolling? It's not your fault, it's by design. Apps use a psychological trap called the reward loop to keep your brain hooked for hours. It's based on variable rewards. Just like a slot machine, the uncertainty of the next hit keeps you coming back. Every like and notification triggers a dopamine rush, training your brain to crave the next interaction. But here's the payoff. Once you recognize the loop, you can finally break it and reclaim your focus. Ready to take back control? Follow for more secrets behind the tech you use.
Ever wondered why we double down on mistakes instead of just admitting we're wrong? It's called the sunk cost fallacy. We feel that since we've already invested time or money, we simply can't quit now. Then there's cognitive dissonance. Our brains hate the discomfort of being wrong, so we rewrite the story to protect our pride.
Whether it's a bad movie or a failing project, our ego works overtime to justify the cost.
Next time, stop and ask, are you defending a choice or just your ego? Break the cycle and move forward.
High-stakes negotiation isn't about the numbers. It's about who controls the room's energy. Most people let their emotions hijack their strategy, leading to reactive decisions and lost leverage. Successful negotiators use tactical empathy. They label emotions to neutralize them without giving an inch. By staying calm, you force the other side to reveal their hand while you maintain total clarity. The result? You don't just win the deal, you dictate the terms from a position of absolute strength. Master your emotions and you'll master every deal. Follow for more elite negotiation secrets.
Ever felt backed into a corner by a simple question? You might be a victim of psychological manipulation. Manipulative questions aren't seeking information, they're seeking control. They are designed to trigger guilt or doubt. Like the classic, "Why are you so sensitive?" It's a trap. It shifts the focus from their bad behavior to your reaction. By labeling you, they force you to defend your character instead of addressing the actual problem. The best defense? Don't answer. Call it out. Ask, what is the goal of that question? And watch the power shift. Master your mind to master the conversation. Follow for more psychological insights.
Ever noticed how a single smile can light up a room, or how one person's bad mood drains your energy? It's not a coincidence, it's biology.
This is emotional contagion. Our brains have mirror neurons that make us physically feel what others feel, often without us even realizing it. The downside? Negative emotions are contagious too. If you're constantly around stress, your brain mimics that tension, leading to burnout. But here's the payoff. By being mindful, you can protect your vibe and spread positivity instead. Who are you catching vibes from today? Ever wonder why some people achieve more in a day than others do in a week? It's not about working harder, it's about how your brain handles its primary motivator, dopamine. High achievers protect their baseline. They don't fry their receptors with endless scrolling. They save that energy for the deep work. When your brain's reward system is optimized, discipline feels like a superpower. Stop chasing quick hits. Start building a high-performance brain. Follow for more secrets. 3 seconds of eye contact can change how someone sees you. It's your ultimate superpower. In a digital world, we're losing connection. Without eye contact, trust simply vanishes. Eye contact triggers oxytocin. It literally hardwires trust into the human brain. Use the 50-70th rule, 50% contact while speaking and 70% while listening. Total confidence. Master this, and your relationships will transform almost instantly. Next time, don't look away. Lean in and connect. Follow for more hacks. Ever wonder why a single like or a fancy job title feels so good? It's not just vanity, it's survival. For our ancestors, low status meant being cast out. High status meant better food, safety, and a future. Today, our brains still crave that tribal validation, but social media has turned it into a 24/7 global competition. This constant comparison triggers cortisol, making us stressed and miserable. We're playing a game that never ends. The secret? Stop playing their game. Define status by your own values, not their views. Follow for more life hacks. Ever feel like your brain is a browser with 50 tabs open and you can't find where the music is coming from? That is overthinking. It's not problem solving, it's a mental loop that drains your energy and leaves you exactly where you started. Psychologically, it's a trap. We think we're preparing, but we're actually just paralyzing ourselves with endless what-ifs. The fix? Stop analyzing the maze and just take the first step. Most of those tabs in your head, they don't even need to be open. Stop thinking. Start doing. Your future self is waiting for you to move.
Ever felt like your brain is in a total fog? There is actually a hidden link between your daily stress levels and memory loss. When you're chronically stressed, your body is flooded with cortisol. This hormone can actually shrink the hippocampus over time. The hippocampus is the part of your brain responsible for forming new memories. Constant stress keeps this vital center under literal fire. The good news? It's reversible. Managing stress through mindfulness or movement helps your brain recover and stay sharp. Protect your memories by prioritizing your peace today. Follow for more brain health tips.
Ever wonder how top managers keep their teams so productive? It's not just about deadlines, it's psychology. Here are 3 powerful effects. First, the Pygmalion effect. When you hold high expectations for your team, they actually perform better. Your belief becomes their reality. Next is the Hawthorne effect. People work harder when they know they're being observed and valued. Recognition is a massive productivity booster. Finally, positive reinforcement. Rewarding small wins creates a dopamine loop that keeps the momentum going and builds long-term habits. Master these 3, and you'll see a shift in your team's energy. Which one will you try today? Follow for more leadership tips. Ever noticed how the loudest person in the room is rarely the one winning the argument? When you stay calm, you maintain control of your logic, while they lose theirs to pure emotion. Calmness signals confidence. It forces the other person to either lower their voice or look irrational. It's about emotional intelligence. By refusing to react, you dictate the pace and tone of the entire conversation. Next time things get heated, breathe. The first one to lose their cool is the one who loses the lead.
Did you know that what you expect is often exactly what you get?
It's called the expectation effect. In a famous study, teachers were told certain students were late bloomers with high potential, and those students actually performed better simply because their teachers believed they would. This works on yourself too. Your internal expectations set the ceiling for your own performance. If you expect to win, your brain rewires to find the path. So, what are you expecting from yourself today? Ever wonder why people pay $10,000 for a bag that costs $100 to make? It's not about the leather. It's the power of the word no. Luxury brands are masters of artificial scarcity. If everyone can have it, nobody wants it. They aren't selling products, they're selling status. Buying luxury tells the world you belong to an exclusive club. Your brain actually perceives higher prices as higher value. This is the Veblen effect, where the price is the product. So next time you see a luxury logo, remember, you're not paying for the item. You're paying for the feeling of being one of the few. Ever wonder why some posts explode while yours get crickets? It's not luck, it's psychology. Most creators struggle because they focus on the what instead of the why, the chemistry of the human brain. The secret? High arousal emotions. Content that triggers awe or excitement is shared 30% more often. When you provide social currency, people share your content because it makes them look smart or funny. Master the psychology and you master the algorithm. Start creating for the brain, not the bot. Ever feel like your brain is stuck on repeat? That's a stress loop, and it's simpler than you think. It starts with a trigger. Your brain perceives a threat, even if it's just an unread email. Then comes the loop. Your body reacts, your brain notices that reaction, and it amplifies the stress even further. The secret to breaking it? Recognition. Once you label the loop, you can start to step out of it. Want to master your mind? Hit follow for more brain hacks. Ever wonder why you can't focus in a messy room but feel unstoppable in a clean one? It's not just willpower. Your brain is constantly scanning your space for distractions, creating a silent cognitive load. Take your phone. Even if it's face down, its mere presence forces your brain to work harder to ignore it. That's wasted energy. This is choice architecture. By removing the friction from good habits, you make success the path of least resistance. Stop fighting your environment and start designing it. Change your space and you'll change your life. Ever wondered what separates a boss from a true leader? It's all about psychology. A boss relies on authority and drives employees through fear or obligation. They focus on the I. But a leader? They rely on influence and inspire through trust and collaboration. They focus on the we. One manages work, the other develops people. It's the difference between driving and leading. So, which one are you striving to be? Lead with we, and watch the transformation happen. Think you can't be manipulated. Think again. Most people are completely blind to the psychological games being played on them every single day. It's not about grand lies, it's about subtle framing and emotional triggers that bypass your logic and go straight for your subconscious. We're wired to seek patterns and trust social cues, which is exactly what manipulators exploit to keep you in the dark. The key: watch for the feeling of urgency. If you're being rushed into a decision, you're likely being played. Pause, breathe, and look again. Ever wonder why toxic leaders are so effective at first? It's a calculated psychological trap. It begins with extreme narcissism, which we often mistake for visionary confidence. Next comes gaslighting. They rewrite reality to keep their team off balance and doubting themselves. They then isolate critics, creating an echo chamber of yes men to protect their ego. True leadership is built on trust, not fear. Recognizing these patterns is your first step to freedom. Ever wonder why you sometimes say yes to things you didn't really want? It might be the foot in the door technique. It's simple. You start with a small, easy request. Something almost anyone would agree to, like signing a petition. Because once you've said yes once, your brain wants to stay consistent. It changes how you see yourself as a helpful person. Suddenly, a much bigger request feels like the natural next step. Master this, and you'll master the art of persuasion. Ever feel like you become a completely different person when you're under pressure? You're not alone. Stress triggers our primal fight-or-flight response, often turning our usual patience into reactivity and irritability. Your brain shifts its focus to pure survival, temporarily sidelining your kindest, most creative self. But recognizing this shift is the first step to reclaiming your true self. Awareness creates a pause. Don't let the pressure define who you are. Take a breath and come back to yourself.
Ever wondered why you feel completely exhausted after just a few minutes with a negative person? It's not just in your head, it's actually draining your brain's physical energy. Negative interactions trigger your amygdala, dumping cortisol into your system and forcing your brain to work overtime just to stay balanced. Your brain literally treats their negativity like a physical threat, burning through glucose and leaving you depleted. Protect your peace. Choosing positive environments isn't just a vibe, it's a brain-saving necessity. Follow for more hacks to keep your energy high.
Ever wonder why the smartest people you know are often their own worst enemy? It's called self-sabotage. For high achievers, the fear of not being perfect can lead to total paralysis. Then there's imposter syndrome. Even with proof of success, they feel like a fraud waiting to be caught. They overanalyze everything until the opportunity is gone. It's intelligence turned against itself. The fix? Focus on action over perfection. Stop thinking and start doing. Ever wonder why some people just radiate confidence? It's not magic, it's science. At its core is the competence-confidence loop. Acting before you feel ready builds skill, which then fuels genuine belief. Even your body language matters. Adjusting your posture can actually lower cortisol and boost testosterone. So, don't wait for confidence to strike. Start small, take action, and let the science do the work. Ever wonder why you suddenly need that item the moment it says only 2 left? That's the scarcity effect. Our brains are hardwired to value things more when they're hard to get. It triggers a deep fear of missing out, overriding our logic and forcing us to act fast before it's gone. Marketers use this everywhere. Limited drops, flash sales, and exclusive access to keep you buying. Next time you see a last chance deal, pause. Is it a real need or just a psychological trick? Knowledge is your best budget tool.
Ever wonder why some people own the room without saying a single word? It's not magic, it's raw psychology. When you feel small, you act small. And trust me, everyone notices. Your best ideas get ignored because your body says you're not in charge. The secret? The steepling gesture? Join your fingertips together lightly. It's the universal signal of authority, expertise, and absolute calm. Instantly, you shift from being ignored to being the most competent person in the room. You don't just speak, you command. Try steepling in your next high-stakes meeting and watch the energy shift. Follow for more secrets to command respect.
Ever wonder why some ads make your heart race? It's not an accident. It's the psychology of fear-based advertising. Advertisers target the amygdala, the brain's emotional center. When fear is triggered, our rational thinking takes a back seat. They create a problem-solution loop. First they amplify a threat, then they present their product as the only shield. It's not just physical danger. The fear of social rejection or missing out is one of the most powerful triggers they use. By tapping into these deep-seated insecurities, brands can bypass logic and drive impulsive, fear-driven purchases. The next time an ad makes you anxious, take a breath. Awareness is your best defense against the psychology of fear. Ever received a compliment that felt just a little bit off? It might not be kindness. It could be a trap. Manipulators use love bombing to overwhelm your judgment and earn your trust instantly. They create an addiction to their approval. Once you're hooked, they start pulling the strings. It's a golden cage built with sweet words used to control your every choice. Stay alert. True compliments empower, manipulation enslaves. Follow for more psychology insights. Think introverts are just the quiet ones in the corner? Think again. They're actually the ones running the room. While everyone else is fighting for the floor, the introvert is doing something far more powerful. They're observing. They're gathering data, reading the room, and waiting for the perfect moment to drop a single point that changes the entire conversation. When they speak, people listen. Because they don't speak to be heard, they speak to be understood. Silence isn't a weakness, it's a strategy. Share this with an introvert who's secretly a boss. Ever feel like your calendar is a graveyard for productivity? Most professionals spend 31 hours a month in meetings that go nowhere. That's nearly 4 full working days lost every single month to meeting creep. The culprit? Meetings without clear agendas. They turn focused brainstorming into aimless chatter that steals your deep work time. By 5 p.m., you're left with a mountain of tasks and zero energy. Your most valuable asset, your focus, has been drained. The fix is simple. If a meeting doesn't require a specific decision, it probably shouldn't be a meeting. Try an email instead. Protect your time. Your best work depends on it. Stop meeting, start doing.